What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I just watched episodes 3 and 4 of Tales of the Jedi, and we just watched the transformation of Master Dooku to Count Dooku, which it was an amazing adventure. And just watching the transformation, him slowly go to the dark side, it was just a spectacle to see. But we're gonna go ahead and get into this because, oh my God, hold up. I I just ate a lot before this, so like that just caught me off guard. But look, let's go ahead and start with episode 3. So let's get into episode 3, and episode 3 starts off with Mace Windu and Master Dooku on the way to go see what happened with this ambush with the senator. Okay, Jedi was with this senator by the name of Master Katri. Okay, Master Katri, she's dead. We're trying to figure out why she died. Well, how she died. Count Dooku, Master Dooku believes that something more happened here, because how did the senator make it away alive, but our Jedi on the council died? How did this happen? So we go to investigate. They go to ask the senator some questions. The senator was like, yeah, we just got ambushed out of nowhere, and Katri was always behind him. Like she always wanted to protect him, so she was always there. Wherever he went, she was right there. So they Mace Windu and Master Dooku, they ask if they can go to the scene where everything went down at. So they all venture out into the woods, and we go to this place where it was believed that they were ambushed. Throughout this episode, it has been a back and forth, because Mace Windu is like the good cop, like that follows all the rules and stuff, and Master Dooku is like against like some of the beliefs of the Jedi. So throughout this episode, Dooku was asking Mace questions like, yeah, do you believe all this about the Jedi? Like, do you really think we should follow all these rules? Like, you are like deep into the rules. Like, everything Dooku was bringing up, Mace was like, nah, we can't do that. We gotta follow the rules. You know, still playing up on the Samuel Jackson Mace Windu. So, yeah, so we get this venture into the woods, and they're basically asking where did the ambush come from? And the senator was like, from up above. And he said it was so much blaster fire. Katri was the first one to go out of the ship, and they was sitting back looking. It was like, well, there's no marks on your ship, so it seems like the blaster fire came from your ship, or from that side. So there's something you're not telling us. And already, like, Mace Windu and Master Dooku were catching on to the senator and his lies, so way back from when they was in the office asking him questions. So they're like, okay, there's something you're not telling us. And they get all up in his face, all right? But then he was like, look, the senator, he folded quick, because he was like, it was the guards. And the guards shoot him immediately, all right? The senator is now dead. Katri is dead. There's 2 dead people, okay? And the guards start shooting at Mace and Master Dooku. Mace eventually takes out the other guard, and then they get to the last guard. All right, they ask the guard, why did you do it? Like, well, what was the mission here? And they ask, why did you also keep the senator alive if the senator wasn't part of the plan? So he goes to explain, this one rebel, the guard, he goes to explain that basically he doesn't believe in the laws that the Senate are making, and that the Jedi are just here to enforce for the rich. That's basically what he said. I think I got a direct quote right here. He said Jedi claim to bring peace. Oh, well, here we go. Jedi claim to bring peace, but enforce the law for the rich and the powerful. Now, that makes sense, okay? He has a great point. And after this, he was arrested after he said all that. And we go into the holding cell, and we get Master Dooku coming to talk to this rebel, all right? So he says, make sure your people don't lose heart and evolve. He says, keep this rebellion going. Whatever you got going on, I believe in what you believe in. He said it's some things he's 50-50 on with what he said, but he he's with him on that. So he says, yeah, make sure your people don't lose heart and evolve. Samaj. Okay. Then we go into a funeral for Katri. And after the funeral, okay, we get basically Mace Windu takes Katri's council seat after Katri's death. So Count Dooku feels some type of way, and I completely understand where he's coming from because it kind of looks suspicious. We went to check to see how this council member died, and ironically, after we finished the mission, you get their seat, and basically Master Dooku is just he's outside of the council still. He didn't get a seat in the council. Only Mace Windu did. So he's like, what did you do? Like behind my back type deal. Well, Mace Windu was like, look, I followed all the rules. The way you handled the situation, you caused the senator's death. So Mace had a good point there, but we close out that episode right after that with Dooku feeling some type of way, all right? We go into the next episode. We're following Dooku into the library, all right? This is episode 4, all right? We talk about Sith, okay? We got our first Sith showing up in the galaxy. And this actually takes place during the Phantom Menace, which I love this, all right? I love this whole episode because it shows like another point of view from everything we was finding out. And it was just cool. And then we had connections to the Clone Wars series, and we also had connections to the Phantom Menace. All right. So we start off the episode. We got Dooku in the archives, the Jedi archives, and he's deleting things from Sifo Dyas and Kamino. All information about Sifo Dyas and Kamino. And you remember we just found out about Sifo Dyas from Obi-Wan, and then Yoda was looking more into Sifo Dyas and all that. And this is the reason why we couldn't find anything in the archives. This is why Obi-Wan couldn't find anything. Because Dooku deleted all the information during the Phantom Menace. That is crazy. That I loved it. Like, soon as these were the first few seconds of the episode, and it was already freaking amazing. I was just happy, and I was mind blown because it was just so cool. I love seeing these different points of views with like the Star Wars TV shows showing like different points of views of the movies. And we need more of that. We definitely do. We need more of that. So we continue the episode after he deleted the archives. He's met in the hallway with Yodel and Qui-Gon. All right. Matter of fact, before this, he asked the librarian of Jedi Archives, what's up with like everybody like, what is everybody rambling about? And she basically mentions to Dooku, like, yeah, your Padawan. Your Padawan found a Sith Lord. And he's like, oh, for real? Like, he found a Sith Lord. So this when he meets up with Qui-Gon after Qui-Gon arrives on Coruscant. They're walking down the hallway with Qui-Gon and Yodel. And oh my God, Yodel. Oh my God. Oh my God. Bruh. That girl Yaddle. I was mixing. My boy Yoda is his own person. That Yaddle, Master Yaddle, was in this episode. And was fire. I was a huge fan, okay? Basically, Yaddle is a female Yoda. Alright. And I was so excited to see her. And she was so cool. Like, I wish we got more of that. Like, we need more of Yaddle. But let's go ahead and get into how this episode went. Because, alright, Dooku starts talking to Qui-Gon about how he came across the Sith. And we know who the Sith is. It's Darth Maul. And he's basically like, yeah, I came across this Sith. I just came to tell the council about it, you know? And Dooku's like, all right, well, be safe. I'm not out there to save you from the Sith, okay? So Qui-Gon's like, I understand. I got my own Padawan now, but Obi-Wan got my back. And it's cool because we get a little foreshadowing, and Dooku is like, well, I can't wait to the day I meet Obi-Wan. And we know they meet down the line, okay, in Clone Wars and all that, and we know the battles that they have. So it's pretty cool to hear that conversation, like, yeah, I can't wait to meet Obi-Wan. And not meet him Jedi to Jedi, but Sith to Jedi. And it's gonna be so cool. All right. Well, it was so cool because we have gotten. So we continue on to the next scene, and basically this takes place at the end of Phantom Menace. Qui-Gon is dead. Dooku finds out this information. Yato's talking to him in the yard, and Yato's like, "Yeah, you coming to the funeral on Naboo? Like they're out there. All right, they're out there. For Qui-Gon, are you gonna come along?" And he's like, "No." He was like, "I'll be okay. Like it." You know, he's one with the Force now. We can move on. And she was like, "Are you sure you can move on? Like, come on, that's your apprentice." Uh, yeah, like what the heck? Well, your Padawan. That's your Padawan. And Dooku was like, "Yeah, do I have a choice?" And is like it's true, okay? So basically, like Jedi's, they can't love and they can't have any type of attachment. So it was kind of like rubbing it in Yato's face because she is a part of the council and stuff. And the whole Jedi like order, they don't try to have attachment to anything. So really, there's no point of the funerals if you really think about it, unless they just don't care about them and they're just doing the funeral just to do the funeral. But a lot of people still have attachments to like other Jedi. Like it's no way to avoid that. You feel me? Like the emotion's going to be there. But he's like, yeah, I'll get over it type deal. He's one with the Force. So Dooku leaves and flies to the other side of Coruscant. Yato follows. Okay. Dooku shows up to go talk to Darth Sidious. Okay. While he's having this conversation, Yaddle pulls up right behind him, and Yaddle hears the whole conversation. Okay, she jumps out and says, "Look, this little plan that y'all got going on, I'm gonna need y'all to stop all that." All right, she cuts them off completely. So basically, in this scene right here, right, we got a choice. Yaddle is on one side, Darth Sidious is on the other side, and they're both trying to like talk Dooku into their side, basically. Darth Sidious like, look, you remember what you told me. You don't believe in what the Jedi believe in. And Yaddle's like, look, any crimes that you've committed, you can redeem yourself and, you know, take the Sith into justice, pretty much. And Dooku already made his choice. Well, he said it's too late. It's too late. And he starts fighting Yaddle. And it was a good fight. It was all right. It was all right. All right. And at the end, he throws Yaddle into the door of the building and crushes Yaddle, with believed to be crushed, because Yaddle comes back up and comes up like you use the Force to push the door back up and just rolls out to the floor, exhausted, and the door just drops back down. But Dooku was like, look, I gotta handle you now. Like it's all over. Like you're done. So Dooku, basically, I think Yaddle said something about yeah, how you want to bring peace? Order is not the way. And then Dooku was like, well, this is like the only way, through order. And yeah, I'm about to take you to peace. You about to be at peace right now. And he sliced her, and it was all over. And we got the transformation of Master Dooku to Count Dooku, because he was made the new apprentice after finding out Darth Maul has died, and died by Obi-Wan's hands. So all this is over. We got a cool little episode. All right, we got a cool 2 episodes, actually. And it was just dope. It was a dope experience. I really like episode 4. Episode 4 was pretty much the best one. I ain't even gonna lie. Episode 4, it was good. Okay, so we gonna rate it, right? Episode 3, I'll give it a rating of 3.5. All right, I'm gonna do 3.5 just because, like, all right, the plot was there, but it kind of didn't make sense why well, no, it did make sense, but at the same time it wasn't like, I don't know. I feel like the rebels should have explained more why they did what they did. Well, the guards and stuff that killed the Jedi Katri. Um, but that episode, it was pretty short too. Like it wasn't that much in it, but like the basically, all right. Oh my god, my mind is just all over the place. But basically, how they found out about Catri's death and stuff. Like it was cool and all, boom, boom, boom. But the biggest part was Dooku agreeing with the killer. Okay, and also Dooku's confrontation with Mace Windu, and it was also cool to see Mace Windu back. So I guess I'll bump it up to four out of five. All right, it was a pretty dope episode. But the next episode, I give it 5 out of 5, bro. Number 4 was perfect. Okay, them just showing the opposite, basically another look on the Phantom Menace, like the other side of the universe, what's happening on Coruscant. They're just getting the information from Qui-Gon. You remember Qui-Gon had to call back and tell them like what he's seen. He called the council and said like, yeah, there's a Sith out here, like it's serious. And it was just cool to see from another point of view, and also see Dooku as a Jedi still interacting with Qui-Gon. Like he was still a Jedi in episode 1 of Star Wars. It was just so cool to see that, like that point of view. Like we could have seen that in the movie. We was this close. Like they literally interacted in that movie and we didn't get to see it. Like that's crazy. But we got that, and then it was just, we got Darth Sidious, we got Yaddle, like, bro, it was just amazing, bro. It was an amazing episode. But comment down below, what was your favorite part of the episode? Which episode have you enjoyed so far? If you like this video, go ahead and like the video. If you're new, go ahead and subscribe. Yes, subscribe, that big ass subscribe button. Also the bell button so you be notified when I upload more videos. I will be uploading the final part, episode 5 and 6 review later on today. So just stay tuned for that. But this is it for this video. I'll also be doing a little vlog of this fan museum of Star Wars in Atlanta real soon. I think it's like November 4th or 5th. But yeah, just stay tuned for that. And I'll be showing off that. I'll be doing a little vlog and walking around and stuff, and I'll be uploading that. So just stay tuned. All right, that is all. Your boy Dre is out. Splash.